Saturday. I'm Wick Johnson. We begin tonight with the Mideast conflict escalating by the hour. Neither side willing to back down. President Biden today on calls with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. President Biden reaffirming Israel's right to defend itself and stressing the need for Hamas to stop firing rockets from Gaza. And this today, an Israeli airstrike leveling an evacuated 12-story building you see there, housing families along with offices for the Associated Press and Al Jazeera. The Israeli government says the building contained Hamas military intelligence assets. The AP late today saying it had no indications Hamas was active in the building. And out of Gaza, Hamas launching deadly rocket attacks into areas around Tel Aviv. All week, those rockets fired by the thousands into Israel, many intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome defense system. The death toll rising on both sides. ABC's Matt Gutman in Israel again tonight, leading us off.
Tonight, an airstrike's being condemned internationally. Israel bringing down yet another block tower in Gaza, but this time it was different.
That building is where Al Jazeera's offices are. There we are, another strike on that tower. And the tower has come down.
Al Jazeera English broadcasting live as the tower fell. The building also housing multiple international news outlets, including the Associated Press offices in Gaza. The company's president and CEO saying in a statement, the world will know less about what is happening in Gaza because of what happened today. The media outlets were given only an hour to get out. Israel claiming the high-rise building housed Hamas military assets. After the attack, the White House press secretary tweeting that the Biden administration has communicated directly to Israel that ensuring the safety and security of journalists and independent media is a paramount responsibility. But for the sixth straight night, it's civilians caught in the middle. Atop this pancake building in Gaza's Shati refugee camp, rescuers looking for signs of life. And in the din, Ahmed Hadidi pulled from atop the debris pile. You can hear him in grief, wailing, "Where did you leave me, my darling? Where did you leave me, my darling?" His wife and 5 sons were visiting with family here for the Eid al-Fitr holiday when the bombs came. Hours later, Hadidi, who thought his whole family had been killed, was led into a Gaza hospital where a tiny miracle awaited. Rescuers had pulled his 5-month-old son, Omar, from the rubble, alive. The father tenderly kissing his son, Omar, the infant, clutching his father's finger, both of them crying. Despite being shelled from land and air, a defiant Hamas intensifying its rocket launches tonight.
And there's the boom of the interceptor.
One of those rockets exploding outside Tel Aviv's main suburb today, cars turned into fireballs. That water main spraying water into the street. 1 man was killed. And as we were running towards the blast, this woman racing ahead. "My kids are at home," she says, ducking under police tape and then stepping gingerly over that shattered glass. At the scene, the facades of buildings ripped off, windows blown out.
You can see the people behind me cleaning up. I believe that they've cleared the room, but it's still very much a chaotic scene here.
Minutes later, we saw her again. She said she felt unwell earlier that day.
You were in the hospital. And I saw you running. Yeah.
But after the blast, she ran home, pointing to her house. She said her name was Valentina, and her daughter's right there, safe. Her daughter's describing the sound of that incoming rocket. And then, like thousands of other Israelis and tens of thousands of Palestinians ousted by bomb blasts, they wheeled away those suitcases to look for a new place to sleep tonight.
So many families caught right in the middle of this. We have Matt Gutman with us again near Tel Aviv tonight. Matt, you just witnessed Hamas launching more rockets there into Israel. Can you tell us what's happening on the ground right now?
We were setting up outside the day's previous rocket attack site when we heard those sirens, those air raids going off. You can see the flashes of the interceptors in the sky here and feel the booms. We heard the landings of rockets. That is Israel's prime minister now saying that this operation in Gaza is going to go on as long as it needs to. Hamas saying that it can continue to launch rockets on Israel's heartland for another 6 months with Obviously, this complicates the mediation efforts of both the Americans who are here and the Egyptians.
All right, Matt, thank you again for your reporting all week long.